So you want to get more real estate clients with social media. So you watch all these videos on how to use Instagram as a realtor, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn. But with so many platforms out there, it can be challenging to decide where to invest your time, money, and resources. Well, listen up, because if you spend 100 hours on one platform, you may get nothing. But if you spend those 100 hours on another platform, you might get 10, 20, 30 listings. And I know this because I've analyzed thousands of real estate agents marketing one-on-one personally and worked with hundreds of realtors personally over the last half a decade, so I get to see exactly what works behind the scenes. So I'm not going to give you any useless advice that ends up wasting your time and you forget about. No, I'm going to give you the 3 practical steps that are going to allow you to walk away from this video with a clear action and game plan moving forward. So what social media platforms should you focus for organic social media marketing? Well, step number 1 is to identify the target audience. Before diving into any social media platform, it's crucial that for you to understand the target audience you're trying to attract. Are you targeting first-time home buyers, regular home buyers, sellers, vacation home buyers, out-of-state buyers? Are you targeting empty nesters? Are you targeting the luxury market? Who you want as your clients will largely determine the platform you should focus on. You might be thinking, well, I'm open to any business, I want any listings or any buyers, right? So this mentality of I'm open to any business in this day and age of internet, transparency, targeting, this mentality will not work. And by opening up yourself to work with everyone, you close yourself from working with anyone. So if this is unclear to you, reflect on your career vision and define who you want to be working with long term. Step number 2 is going to be identifying your content creation strength. The second major variable that's going to determine what platforms you should focus on is what kind of content you like to create, what comes to you naturally, and what are you really good at. Some people are naturally great writers, some people are naturally great speakers, and some people find both as easy or both as difficult. Generally, more introverted people tend to be more successful with long-form text-based content, as extroverted people tend to be more successful with video-based content. This is not to say that you should not do both, because you should if you can. But it's important to determine the primary strength of yourself when you create content, because when you are going to be creating that content, it needs to align what comes naturally to you, and that way you're going to be dramatically increasing the probability of your success. Now, you also need to take into account how much time and resources you have available, which is step number 3. In terms of creating text and video-based content, the fact is that creating great text and image-based content is much faster than creating video-based content. So in addition to creating a script, you need to shoot the video, you need to edit the video, and all of that takes time. So if you have resources to hire a video editor to edit your videos and create the thumbnails for you, then obviously creating the videos can take very little time. But if you don't and you need to do it by yourself, it's going to take more time. So based on whether text or speaking comes more naturally to you and based on how much time and resources you have available, decide whether you will be focusing primarily on text and picture-based content, which takes the least amount of time, or 2, primarily focus on video-based content, which takes a little bit more time than text-based content. Or you also have the option number 3, which is to focus both on text and video-based content, which takes the most time, but is also the most effective. So how does this help you? Well, LinkedIn and Facebook are primarily text-based platforms, whereas YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok are video-based platforms. So if your primary content style is text-based content, you should not be primarily creating content for YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Yes, you may still post some of your videos or some of your posts on these platforms, but you're not designing and creating your content for these platforms, and vice versa. So if your primary content style is video-based content, you should not be primarily creating content for Facebook and LinkedIn out of all of these platform options. Step number 4 is to identify attention allocation. So once you know who you want to attract as a client, and you know also whether you primarily be focusing on text and picture-based content or video-based content or both, you need to get clear on how these people you're trying to attract are spending their time. People you want to attract for your real estate business and as a client are very, very likely to be on social media. The problem is different kinds of people spend more time on different social media platforms. So the goal for you is, of course, to go where the attention of the target market already is. here's a general breakdown for what each of these platforms are exceptionally good at in terms of targeting and consumption. So for first-time home buyers, what we've seen that works really, really well right now is really Instagram and TikTok. This is where the millennials are spending their most time on, and this is where it's really easiest to kind of reach that target audience and get in front of them. Video-based content works the best here. So general buyers and sellers, usually Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn are really great platforms for this. Out-of-state or vacation home buyers, YouTube is a great platform for this, just because when you're moving to a new area, you're going to be searching up a lot of information about that on Google, on YouTube, and really a lot of times people tend to consume a lot of videos on that area, and that's why YouTube captures this attention very, very well. Vacation home sellers, this is great for Facebook, so local Facebook groups are full of these people, and it's the easiest way to find and reach vacation home sellers as well. And investors, for investors, really what works best is Facebook and LinkedIn. Empty nesters, we're talking about Facebook, that's a great platform for that. And obviously that's where also a lot of the older population is as well. So for luxury market, LinkedIn, statistics show a lot of times that LinkedIn is a platform where a lot of high income earners spend a lot of their time on. And it's also a great platform to connect with people in general. Now, I think it's also important to note here that you can get any type of these clients from any of these platforms, but what we're talking about is simply increasing the probability of creating your content in a style that's going to be good and it's going to be effective at targeting certain types of clients and get seen by a lot of these specific types of clients that you're looking to attract. And if you select the right platform, if you select the right platform medium for that, you're going to be able to maximize those odds for your success. So now, based on these 4 steps, you should know exactly what platforms you should focus on. The next step is to craft a content strategy for the platform you're going to be focusing on and the medium you're going to be focusing on. Each of these platforms and every one of these platforms has a different style of content that is native to the platform, and you should be creating in the content in that native style that works for that specific platform and around the topics that your ideal clients want to consume. Now, if you like myself or someone from our team to double check your platform choices, your content strategy, and spell the step-by-step game plan for what kind of content you should create and on which exact platform you should do it, based on what we're seeing be working the best right now today in these different markets, all you have to do is just go to the description below. There's a link at the top of the description where you can book a marketing strategy session with us. It's 100% free, and we'll map out a custom strategy session for you. Again, 100% for free, no strings attached. So simply go to the description, click on the link, and I'll see you there if you'd like to do it.